Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel presents.
Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Darkest Dungeon here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Well, this is gonna be a fun week. We have lots of afflicted heroes, we have some heroes who still need to be cured, we do not have a high level medic, we have ton of damage dealers for the champion level raids, but seriously, without a proper healer, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go into a champion level raid. Okay, obsessed with food might mean that she will be eating more food. It's not the worst quirk, to be honest. Plus she has the talents that you require from the level 1
A sister
Vestal.
of battle, pious and unrelenting.
Okay, let's take a look at potential abomination for our party finally. Do not like that. And I mean, guilty conscience is hard to define. He might do weird things if his stress reaches higher level or if it's like super dark. It might be also related to how he manages his stress in the town when he's off from a raid. I want to see how many trinkets do we have for the abomination. So far we only possess 2 of them, so just probably not gonna invest into that. Missed the spot. I mean, -2 critical damage. That can, of course, that can be removed. It's a level 1 flagellant. He has his gear at least a bit improved. And actually, this is a fun little effect because he will not receive stress when you're backing from one room to another. So, okay. Let's take a look at what is our current lineup for heroes once I put the musketeer away. So, let's sort them by level. Okay, so we have level 3 Jester, we have a bunch of level 4 heroes here, most of them being healed. We have 2 Vestals, and Occultist, Antiquarian, and a Bounty Hunter. Really feel like we should invest into at least one abomination.
Tortured and reclusive, this man is more dangerous than he seems.
In the previous versions of the game, you were unable to mix the abomination with classes such as the Vestal or the Crusader because they believed that he is unholy and therefore they would not go in a raid. However, from the last few patches and updates, this is no longer in effect. So we are potentially looking for either the apprentice level raid or for something more high end. So let's see what are the options. Legendary Bracer, okay. Plus damage, minus speed, plus stress, 9,009 crests. 6 deeds, medium. Okay, this is a pretty nice trinket, especially if you have someone who, by, for example, equipping certain trinkets has reduced healing placed on him. So for example, if we would reverse the healing done by the Flagellant's trinket, then of course this can counteract that effect. We would have to activate 3 protective wards, okay? But I do not have sufficient amount of heroes to run a medium dungeon raid. I have what? Well, actually, nah, she has lethargy and worry, so she has to definitely go to get cured of those. And therefore, I would not have enough party members, and I really don't want to take level 2 hero into a veteran level raid if I don't have to. Of course, if you do that, the bonus is that your hero will receive more experience points, but that's also determined based on how much damage, how many kills he deals throughout the walkthrough. So let's take a look at the apprentice level raids. Here we can once again run into the freaking beast from the Color of Madness DLC. So that's a mini boss that you can potentially interact with. 5,000 gold, 12 crests, Baron's Invitation, Crusader only. Plus 15% protection, plus 35 move resist, minus 15% stress, minus 2 speed, plus 20% max HP. Now, this is a decent trinket, but I really don't want to activate the Crimson Curd DLC as of yet. So how about we go and potentially level up 2 Vestals or something. Activate 3 shrines. So unfortunately, when it comes to raids like these, you have to think about the fact that 3 of the inventory slots in your backpack will be automatically occupied by the 3 items which you need to use for the curios that you can interact with. Okay, so both of the options are actually that we would have to interact with either infected corpses or the shrine, so there's no difference and the reward is the same. So the question is if I want to be running against the pigs or if I want to be dealing with the fungal enemies. And since we are here only level 3 and here we are reaching level 6, maybe I'm gonna actually go into the weld. So the question now is, who are the heroes that I should be leveling up? I'm considering seriously leveling up our occultist, just so that I have potential backup for a healer in case I would be left with situations such as this and the 4th person or the 4th member would be stricken by a disease or just have too much stress. So therefore I'm considering bounty hunter, cultist. Let's go with the abomination. Now let's also take the vestal. Or we can actually, instead of the abomination, take the antiquarian to potentially get our hands on more money, but right now we have 31,000 gold, so maybe I will try to do a money run when we will get a better or longer raid. Because this is a medium one, potentially we can come across a lot of items. And the unfortunate thing is that since the 3 slots are occupied, if the antiquarian would be coming across the small jewels and then potentially the larger ones, or just, I'm not sure what's the proper name for it. I'm gonna probably have to utilize the source from wiki and put it somewhere on the screen. And basically that might cause an issue because you are choosing between gold and between those items to be stacked in your inventory. So maybe I'm just gonna go with this group of randy dandy heroes and we will see how that turns out. So let's deal with his stress, let's boost him up. I don't care about the movement penalties. Let's see what can we equip for our occultist. Let's go like so. Increase her healing. I really don't want to reduce her HP even more. But having higher virtue chance, but she has the freaking compulsive quirk, so you know what? I'm actually not gonna take her. How about instead we take her? Yeah, that's gonna be much better. Let's take these. One final check. Okay, and let's head out into the weld. So the cool thing here is that I have hero which can cause blight, hero which can cause bleed. So potentially if we come across the boss, well, we might be able to stack up some debuffs on him. Other than that, we will see how we manage to pull this thing off. Let's get some provisions. So this is a medium raid. I'm gonna take full 2 stacks of provisions. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 shovels. 3 anti-venom. 3 bandages. 3 medicinal herbs. Maybe just 2 skeletal keys. Let's take 3 holy water, full stack of torches, which leaves us with 3 available slots for any inventory that we can come across, or any of these items, except of these shards. Well, potentially if we come across the boss battle with the thing, we might get 15 shards, but we will see how that turns out. If we come across those shards, I'm definitely taking them, because as you were able to see in one of the previous episodes, having those specific trinkets made from the shards is a definite bonus to your characters.
Excise the fungal tumors, and the land may yet live.
Okay, so the problem with these types of maps is that potentially this curio, or curio here, can be one of the corpses which you need to deal with. So we're gonna have to go and... You see? No, this is actually the mummy, so that is just the basic curio. The ones that are used to be purified look a bit differently. Can stun you and potentially kill you. I'm pretty damn sure this guy will use nothing since he's been killed.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Let's hold on to the bandage for now, see how this battle turns out. Once again, we will start by targeting the back row. Maybe pulling forward one of the acolytes will be helpful. Now, since I never shown Abomination as a class, I at least do believe so, it's been lots of episodes so far. If one of them has died in my party, I do apologize. Abomination has 2 versions of how he is interacting in the battlefield. He has the human form and he has the beast form. If you change your hero or your abomination into the beast form, you are dealing a small stress attack to your party. However, you obtain entirely different abilities to use against your enemies. So if I were to change my abomination, as you see, the party members has received all a bit of a stress, but now we have entirely different abilities. And of course you're gonna miss the attack. So unfortunately I wasn't able to kill a single one of the enemies. The good thing is that the ectoplasm cannot reproduce itself, but it's annoying to deal with them, and my priority is still the acolytes. Unfortunately, I feel like next round they will go before my characters. So Rake is another talent which the Abomination Beast form can utilize. This one is an AoE damage for the first 2 enemies. Pretty decent actually. This might push him backward, but the Slam talent would then be able to move our Abomination 1 position forward, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, now we are definitely required to finish off the ectoplasm, otherwise I'm pretty sure he would try to reproduce himself, and that way we would have once again 4 enemies in the enemy battle group or party. Let's see. That's first one down. And that's the second acolyte.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
So, unfortunately, this wasn't the curio that I was looking for, and also the room did not contain the curio that I was hoping for. Maybe this one can be the corpse which we need to purify. Or it's just potentially provisions. Okay.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Now when you're coming across these blockages, be careful not to click too hastily on your screen, or you're gonna click on the hand icon, which means that your party will not be utilizing the shovel which you have in your inventory. Therefore your light will be decreased, your stress will be increased, and it's all just due to you trying to rush through the damn thing. Once again, we require the use of bandages. Okay.
Gold, trinkets and baubles.
I might take the jade for now. Probably, most likely, we will ditch it for something else. A blight charm, not that interesting to me. The selling price of it is horrendous. Okay, and we finally came across the first infected corpse. So we have freed up one of the inventory slots, which is perfect. That way I am not forced to throw away the jade. Unfortunately, since I, however, need to clear out the corpses, and we did not manage to scout ahead, I need to check this room as well. Let's see what awaits us in this room. Okay, so the tree is a bit scary because all these chopped off hands look really disturbing. But I guess the tree is pretty handy. Anyhow, let's move on to the next battle. Ooh, we are coming across so many torches. Man, I wish I took the antiquarian here. Each time you interact with one of these torches scattered around the map and you use your antiquarian for it, you get the small jewel, or what's it called, and basically that's like what, 250 or 500 gold on its own. So it's a really nice chunk of change. It's pretty idiotic to be using something like blight on the ectoplasm, so how about we stun one and try to kill the other one? So it worked perfectly fine. Let's see if she can finish off the job.
Maintain the offensive.
Really nice work, people.
Success so clearly in view.
So the
Or is it
portrait,
merely a trick of the
I would
light?
prefer to get my hands on more deeds potentially, or some crests or busts. Not a huge fan of getting that many portraits, especially just because of the fact that only 3 can be stacked up in one inventory slot. Okay, and you see, we came across the second corpse. So now we are missing only 1. Of course you're gonna do something stupid like this.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Unfortunately, I have to check this room. No scouting has been performed. Ooh, corpse. If none of you will do something stupid, I can use the medicinal herbs.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the
Aw,
brave and the
dude.
foolhardy alike.
Okay. Well,
A shard of alien malignity.
I was thinking this will happen. And of course you're gonna dodge that. So the stun resist is 85%, however blight or bleed is much lower. So let's try and stack up some bleed. And potentially with the bounty hunter I would love to mark the thing so that the next round we can deal even more damage. Fortunately, this thing on its own can deal enough damage on its own. But we have 2 healers in our party, so fingers crossed nothing stupid will happen.
Impressive.
Beautiful hit. Fortunately, no bleed damage.
Executed with impunity.
Really nice, really nice.
A singular strike.
This is why I want to mark your enemies, people. Let's try the blight once again. I mean, it's not even visible on the massive HP bar of the enemy, but still it might help you get those little extra HPs down. Plus, because it has so many turns, it takes down the HP every damn time. So why not? Unfortunately, because he goes so often, we unfortunately do not have him marked anymore. So I'm doubting that these 2 will deal as much damage to him this turn. God damn, that was the really freaking strong, man. So the abomination can heal itself, but I mean we have 2 medics in the party group, so do I want to change and attack it with bigger force? Ah, sure, what the heck. It's a mini boss battle, right? So this ability tends to potentially stun the enemy, but because he has a massive stun resist, that's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna probably use the rage. Of course you're gonna deal 1 HP damage. That's so horrible. Seriously, you're making yourself look bad. You're supposed to represent the abomination class. 65, 74, 43. Bounty Hunter just got stunned, so he cannot attack. We can use Rake to kill both the crystal and attack the thing. Let's put a weakening curse on him, little debuff. This way he deals less damage. Because this is one devastating attack. Yeah, we really need to mark him in order to deal any damage. That's 4, potential bleed, apparently no. 8 damage here. Another Rake. Crystal has been dealt with. Unfortunately, the Vessel will not deal sufficient amount of damage to the thing, so the heal for the Occultist is a must. Of course you're gonna reach stress. So if your abomination reaches 100% stress, usually what happens is he reverses himself back into his human form. Are you serious? And this can be pretty damn annoying.
It came from the stars. Let it return.
The crystal should die. This is a really nice trinket. And of course we have 15 more shards. So my plan here is to use the medicine, eat some of these provisions. I really don't want to ditch the jade because we did not come across that many items which can potentially earn us some money, and we're gonna take this book of sanity with us. So now we have one afflicted hero, which is annoying. Our party has been shuffled around. That's really awesome. Now, when your abomination has reached its maximum stress levels, in the battle where it happens, he's gonna reverse into his human form. However, in the next battle, you are still able to transmutate him into the other form, or the beast form. So we're gonna do that here, because the enemy party has just way too many enemies. And I can keep taking down multiple enemies at the same time with both the occultist and the abomination this way. Let's see if we can target these ladies in the back. So that worked. Ah, of course. We have to be careful here so that our bounty hunter, our vessel, and our occultist won't reach the 100 stress level 2, because that can be an issue. I was hoping the bounty hunter would go before the enemies, but oh well. Potentially I can kill off the acolyte, which worked. I hope I'm gonna kill the second one. Perfect. I can kill the occultist or the brawler here. Yep. Beautiful. So the citrine is not more valuable than the jade, so we are sticking with jade. And now the question is, if we want to go into the chest.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Okay, so here's the kicker. I'm gonna leave the jade and the portrait here, just due to. Actually, no. I'm gonna leave only the jade here.
Star is born.
So we're gonna have at least full stack of deeds. We're gonna have some busts. Basically, we have all the collectibles which we require. Even the freaking shards, man. But I need to shuffle around my party a bit now. You with your debuffs and bleeding, that's not funny. So let's do that. I'm really hoping I'm gonna get some scouting done from the bounty hunter. Really appreciate that. And I definitely will need to look into maybe camping, but I'm gonna see how that turns out based on the remaining rooms that we need to clear out.
A momentary abatement.
Beautiful hit. The stun resist is only 25%, so at least this happened. Thanks to the talent, it's potential that the bounty hunter will be dodging lots of the enemy attacks. So this fungal scratcher can no longer be stunned so easily. He might pass his turn, of course. Beautiful job by the occultist. He's been literally killing it this run. Okay, 95 stress.
Precision and power.
Really nice, really nice.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Really good job, guys.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
God, I hate it so much that I just threw away one of the jades, man. But, oh well. I'm not taking the citrine, and I mean, I have 12 blood vials back at home, or back at Hamlet for now. So that will do. Okay? Seriously, you're gonna pull that on me? Okay, little kleptomania. I'm not sure if I want the abomination to transfer, because obviously if we were to try to do that, 92 stress on the bounty hunter is quite high, so he might get to 100 points really easily. Judgment to be used on the Nasher is really not the best choice. So I'm just gonna go for the party heal. Yeah, dealing bite damage to these guys is just idiotic. Yeah, 100 stress. I so knew it. But bounty hunters tend to pull out the stunt, so I was kind of hoping for that. Let's see if you can target this weird dog. Fortunately, no bleed. Doesn't matter, he's dead now. So the artillery will most likely put blight on my party members or target one of the members, so the scratcher will attack one of them. I think we still carry around anti-venom, so I can utilize that. Dude, really?
The ground quakes.
I hate when they do this. Okay, never mind then. This will definitely not kill these idiots. But maybe the combo of bleed and blight might have killed the second artillery. Unfortunately, no luck there. Now, let's see. Little boost for the party and 1 kill. Thank you very much. So the bounty hunter will definitely come out of this battle with ton of XP, just because of the fact that he has killed so many enemies.
Sedated.
However, dealing with the fungal scratcher might be an issue. But the occultist is killing it pretty damn well this run as well, so I cannot complain.
This expedition at least promises success.
Okay, let's just use the holy water and potentially take another stack of gold, which might build up as the time goes by. Yeah, I'm really not sure if I will be camping. And I just found the last corpse here.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Let's go like this, because this is 250, this is 100. We are pretty much done here. If I return now, I can get money also for the 8 provisions which are left. So I'm gonna return to Hamlet. Most of our party members have super high stress, so that's gonna be annoying.
And hard work may yet arrest this plague.
But overall, we got like 8,200 something gold. So that's something to think about. We have 4 crests plus 5. We have 6 deeds, 1 portrait, and 2 busts. And, well, we have leveled up some of our heroes. Fortunately, I definitely need to put our occultist into the sanitarium. Also, I will need to do that with the...
Pallid light filters its way through the rotting boughs. Let us press on.
musketeer as well. So this was once again a bit shorter raid, but I mean, it depends. If you do dumb things or you do not prepare well for the raid, even the basic one can be pretty horrible to handle. So definitely make sure that you do not rush the choices or the interactions with the curios when you're trying to go through the dungeon, and I guarantee you by doing so you will dramatically improve your chances of exiting the raid with a party in much better state. Compulsive, claustrophobia, horrible quirks, imposter syndrome, dark temptations, horrible combination. Okay, so you see, the scientific, minus 20 healing received. If we would have equipped that trinket from the cove, which increased the healing received, this is both negated, so he would still receive at least 20% healing. So that's something to think about. But scientific was one of the quirks which was later on introduced. It was not amongst the original quirks. But other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. For potential more content, please check out the channel. I have more footage for Graveyard Keeper, Darkest Dungeon, Stardew Valley, maybe some other stuff on my channel already. And heck, if you liked what I do here, maybe click like or subscribe. I publish videos every week, and hopefully I will see you soon. Till then, I wish you all the best, and bye bye.